Alright, guys, let's keep going with some idle chilling with LSD, and just like, whenever I drop a banger, I drop a banger. If necessary, I will just fucking unrecord, re-record. We'll drop the raw of the second vibe as an edited bit. We'll post that one too. It'll be cute. We get a raw take, we get a fucking off-the-cuff take to show we're authentic to fucking psych evaluators, even though the amateur YouTube kind, which are doing both off the rip, and then the edited bit is raw to a YouTuber who wants to show aesthetic, and the fact that I am raw with my emotions, even though I'm a sociopath to myself a bit, admitting that fucking studying the heartland of America from a mentally ill's perspective is honestly the best vibe for figuring out if you really want to go kill people for other countries, even if like you can be groomed in every aspect, and it's just admitting in that regard you're in a mental hospital. But as long as it's not groomed at all, and you're surprised in the most sociopathic situation, which is like nothing's groomed, you're in roll the dice with mental ill fags, even like Edward Snowden, quality terrorists of mental ill people, and it's like, it's a good place to hang out at before you admit you should go kill terrorists for your country. You know, it seems a bit self-centered to say this to Wart's room, but I might as well own a sociopathic vibe. You know what? Actually, let's go somewhere where it's like, let's do art. Art's probably stagnant, right? I bet art's stagnant as fuck. Oh, we don't have permission. I need somewhere stagnant. You know, I guess I could do general. Maybe general's dead. Fucking, the best we got is YouTube. They're just gonna blow past it. Here, you know what? This is probably the best bet, even if we want to care about that, which... Are they posting too fast? And who cares? Yeah, they jumped forward too fast. See, I fucking knew it. It was not worth it. Why Antarctica? Hey, no one's typing. Bet. This'll sit here. Good enough. We at least try to do America. They're too excited. Romer God advice makes it so. You know, let's do religion too. Why not? Mentally ill people probably hang out in religion. Now we meme and go back to fucking this. They'll ignore us probably. Yeah, well, he's checking Antarctica, or it was near dead. They might like, they're the ones that are going. No, they don't care. So even they don't care. We will not care anymore unless they ping us, because I don't know, if we be nice to American sociopaths, which I don't want to be. This is politics. You should be able to make a joke about me, faggot. Even if, especially if you don't like America, which some of you are foreigners. You shouldn't make that joke. Anyway, like, no one wants to talk to the mental patient about going to be after mental patient to hospital ward 5 because it makes them feel bad, because apparently no one's sociopathic enough to give me a nice clap on the back for this legally smart 5. About being a sociopath soldier for America. We at least got one view on the Lover of Grimmer God rant, which I'm happy about. We at least have one person who's watched like the most important rant so far, even though it has no watch time. So they barely cared, or they're a hater that ran off with it to like hate on me in the distance. I'm not gonna care about the other stories just yet. This is like the one that has the manifesto, which has been getting a lot of surges, which I'm happy about, though no genuine viewers, which means that we decided to be nice to society for once. They are copying and pasting my manifesto without reading it, and they're basically on watch time this time, a web novel, and they're just blasting my politics because they think it's like funny or interesting. Be like, hey, here's the latest psycho manifesto before he goes to the mental hospital again. Just copy paste that shit, rip it on there, and they're ignoring me because they are too excited to all just go talk to their friends about the latest psycho who's going to a mental hospital ward and they're going to go be an orphan soldier. And he leaves like a basic manifesto, which is like raw enough to debate for like 4 topics. That's why we be nice to ourselves, but for once, we post a manifesto. We are gonna be nice to ourselves, assuming there's at least some people in that fucking thousands of clicks which are real, and just say, watch time happened. We just actually copied and pasted you, and now we're just in my small chat room debating the latest man who wants to get groomed and his logic for his dystopia. His basic 4 manifesto, which one of them, my favorite one, if they're gonna debate out of boredom, is Groomed Soldier says he wants dystopian level security and is talking about mental health dating pod stuff, and it's like, man, I hate that Groomed Soldier. I should when I'm in the mental hospital, we might lecture him immediately about trying to date anyone. I'll fucking punch you. Mister, I'm gonna try to fuck someone in the mental ward. It's only 5 minutes before you go to kill a man. It's like, or 3 months or whatever. It's like, no, you don't get to do that. It's so funny. Must be a real sociopath. We're on a big screen this. It's like, just boom, my sister would have like bitchy it. It's like so funny to me. The sociopath is just like gonna boom like their messages for once. It shows like they are so like barely good at being like assholes to me. Like seriously, like look at his pattern. It's like here's me just being a dick. We're not even gonna go that hard. We'll be nice. It's like me being logical asshole. They are offended by how logical I am about the fact I'm gonna go be a serial killer for the military after this shit. And it's like funny and sad. They are just mentally stressed out by how good of a sociopath I am, which means for better or for worse. Will they invent a home for me? Mental stress says yes. Why? I just keep writing serial killer, and they say even if it's the military, they're just apparently stressed out. And it's, I don't know, we be nice and say good Christians instead of criminals, and it's just funny. I'm just stressing out of Sister Mary, who is like crying, no, stop it. You're reinventing how much of a serial killer you are. The blackmail my Christian woman senses. And I'm not prepared at all to find you a home because I'm poor. And it's like, and I just keep saying, well, I'm going to go to the military if you guys don't find me a home. It's like, wah. I'm too poor to handle it. You're stressing me out illegally. Stop it, I'm poor. If I be nice to Hannah at least. And assume she's poor. Which is like just funny. You're just like stressing out poor people who just don't have a home for you. And besides, no one's a sociopath to an extent, except maybe they are. But if everyone's just poor, it's just like, man, poor boy. Poor boy, just keep hoping other poor people get sick of being Amish frag grandma here, who is like, has on a social security check, which is so fucking sad. It's $1,000 a month, which means literally even my water bill fucks her up until I have a job, unless they fucking help. And if we're all so poor sociopaths, we don't help each other. It is sadly funny and fucking annoying. They invent mental hospital, which is more expensive than fucking handing grandma money for water and electric, because that's why I don't think they love me, because they are fucking dumb. Because they, I mean, maybe I'm sociopathing up to where I should go to the fucking hospital, which, I don't know, you just did a week. I was fine. But then again, they could say that you're too Machiavellian. They never did a deep analysis of your soul. I don't know what to tell you. Anarcho-capitalism alone is a deep analysis of my soul. They can say you can speedrun that shit, let alone you see me on YouTube all day. That's like 2 psyche vows of voluntary right there. Maybe you need a torture session to prove Solid Snake's legit here. Because I don't know, maybe the board psychologist admits I should stress you out and fucking put you in stressful situations and then question you about stupid shit. Then my rant about my former sociology teacher, Golish, in my head tells me I fucking hate trauma psychology, where we analyze someone when they're traumatized, because that makes them fucking do flubs and shit, which makes them could be easily persuaded onto one path or another for a few seconds. It's like, I don't know, you mishear them, you say yes to being a pedo. It's like, no, I'm not a pedo. You fucking like had music playing too loud. I was like zoned out from taking a beating. And you're just like, no. It's like, it's just like, yeah, sure, bro. I asked if you're a pedo, actually, I say with clarification, once you're done being a zoned out dumbass. From saying, I don't know, the beating again. Alone, anime land, I mean, it's a beating is enough to disorient your audio senses. But I just like, I don't know. I drug you at least, and I hit you with a bat 5 times. That's enough to ruin your audio senses because you're drugged. You've been hit with a bat 5 times. That's trauma psychology. So shut up. I don't like that trauma psychology. You're stupid. Now, if I don't know, if we do stagnation of the mental hospital, it's funny. We invent this exact scenario in groomer land of potentially being homeless and because your family is complete dicks. It's like a funny groomer vibe to see if you're really a real merc or if I invent putting you back at a job somehow. If you're a real merc, congratulations, 3 months in the mental hospital is somewhat perfect to figure out if the sociopath can fit in the crew, or if I kick you to the curb and we just change you to a job again because you're at least a useful body to Warhammer. You know, we're in the vibe there. I like that rant.